Welcome to Anthony's Automotive Detailing. We're gonna take you on a day in the life. Yeah, we're kind of pulling up the schedule right now and just making sure we know what we're doing for this morning. And right now we got a guy named Greg Bowles on the list, and then we also got this Range Rover that we're gonna be doing a little interior on. And this is a whole bunch of little stuff going down today. So we're just gonna kind of check everything out, make sure we got our plans set in stone, and kind of see what else is going on. All right, so we're gonna bring in the cars for the day. Everything's here already, ready to get worked on. So let's get this door open and see what we got. Alright, so after we get done with all of our computer stuff over there, we kind of get back to work. So we have this beautiful 2013 Range Rover that we're going to be doing a whole bunch of work to. We're going to get this inside all dialed in and kind of get all the big thing is going to be like all these stains and stuff on this carpet and getting this thing looking, you know, kind of as good as possible. So, and then after we kind of get this guy done, we're gonna go ahead and knock out some of these wheels that we see over here. We're gonna be putting some ceramic coating on all these brand new wheels and getting these guys kind of ready for the track. So that's what we're up to today. Let's see what Tristan's up to.
How's it going, guys? Just getting started on this job here today. Getting prepped for a wash on this Ford F-150 behind us. We're getting this thing ready for a paint correction and a polish and a coating for today and tomorrow. I like to start off by just getting my wash prep, making sure I have everything handled and ready as soon as I need it for making the job as smooth as possible. The guy brought it in with scratches and dings and, you know, just an overall wanting to make his truck look a lot nicer. So what we're going to do on this, guy, is we're going to get these wheels all cleaned up, get this paint all cleaned up with just a basic wash. And then after that, we're going to basically get her prepped, get all this plastic ready, and cover it up so we can get the pads on the paint and make this paint just look overall really good for our customers. That's our main point, our main goal here at Anthony's Automotive.
So I really enjoy it because there's a lot of freedoms that come with it, as well as a lot of stuff that you kind of have to do, which make it a lot of fun, I feel like. And what I really think is awesome about it is I'm able to create opportunities for people. We can do some really fun stuff that we can say that we do, and it just opens up a lot more fun, I feel like, in my life and my friends' lives and everyone that kind of is around me. It makes it a lot more fun as far as being an entrepreneur. And I also think it's really good just for yourself. Just you can do a lot more things. Like I said, you'll have a little more time freedom, and there's going to be a lot more work that gets involved with being an entrepreneur. But in the long-term back scale of things, I think it'll be much worth it in the end. Just kind of depending on what you do and how much you really truly love it. So yeah, so I bought my first car at 16 for $400, and it was super cheap and crappy, and I got it detailed at another company and it didn't turn out so good because it was obviously a really crappy car. And I just bought some cheap chemicals from the store and then did it myself and did family, friends, and that's kind of how it all started. Yeah, so being your own boss, there's a lot that goes into it that people really don't think about. When you go into like another business, you say, and you go apply for the job and you get the job, and you're not working for the said company, they already have structures put in place for you to follow. They have upper management for you to, you know, check into and follow, and they have systems that everything needs to be done how it needs to be done. When you're going into a business and you don't really know what you want to do, and you might not have as much money as, you know, some of these businesses, you got to figure out your own systems. And I think that's really the hardest part, because you can be really good at, you know, detailing the cars and stuff like that, but you got to figure out ways to manage all the customers, manage all your products, manage everything to make it all smooth and operating. And so, the goal is to eventually grow. So you have to come up with ways to make those systems baseline for everyone to use. And I feel like that's kind of the hardest part. And this company is creating the right structures. Yeah, so I love being my own boss, and the aspect of being my own boss. I can wake up when I want to, go to bed when I want to, answer calls when I want to. It's all really depicted on me. But that's the awesome part about it, is depending on how much I do, depends on how much the business can do and how much it can grow and build and do all those things along the lines with building those systems. That it really makes you think and really dive deep and enjoy the building aspect. And that's what I feel like my favorite part is right now. No, I don't think it's work right now. But if you're gonna ask me 2, 3, 4 years ago, I'd say it sucked. And kind of why is the first 3 to 4 years of this business was a big grind, a big struggle, and a lot of work. And that time it didn't see a lot of success, so it was super hard to see the long-term goal of, man, this week I have no work, I gotta make 15, 20 phone calls to try to make $100 next week. And that's when it feels like a lot of work, and it really doesn't feel like a lot of fun at that time. It just feels like you're running a marathon with no water, and it can get pretty tricky. But I think once you start seeing your little bit of success and you kind of start seeing your picture build, then obviously something's kind of going well, and then I feel like you really kind of dive deeper into it, and you kind of know when stuff's going right, and that's when I think it gets the most addictive as far as that goes. And it's just a lot of fun. And I think when you get into something and you start working 100 hours a week, you have the opportunity to work 100 hours a week at your own project. That's when you kind of know if you like it or not. And if you like it, you're going to crush it and keep doing it every week over week. And if you don't, you can really tell in your mental if it's not working out for you. And at that time, I don't know if doing what that thing would be is going to be worth it if you're going to have problems with it down the line. I'm motivated because I just really want to win, I should say. I feel like everything we do and everything that I've been doing has been for a purpose of the greater good of attaining all of my goals in life. And a huge part of it is I want to bring a lot of people with me, and I want to set up a lot of opportunity for people, and just anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. If I can set something up for you opportunity-wise, I'm going to try to. And seeing other people win around me is just really the biggest motivational piece, is seeing someone's life unfold in front of me and change. And I can kind of help people that might not have liked what they were doing before, and really alter that life decision and really find a different meaning behind life with just kind of what I can do for them. It's really motivating for me. Alright, what's going on, guys? So we got our buddy Ricky pulling up. He's a photographer of ours. He's got back in town from Japan and Alaska as well for a while, so he was gone for a little bit. And yeah, so now he's back in town, and we're gonna be doing some pictures on them wheels that we see.
What's up?
Ricky, what's up,
Hey,
man?
I haven't seen you in so long.
Been a
Good to
while.
see you. How you doing, Miko?
Good, you?
I'm doing great.
Great
Good to
seeing
see
you.
Been shooting just random stuff in Alaska, so
Yeah.
shooting the rental cars.
The rentals. Yeah, so looking back at everything, I really enjoy, now that I kind of know what's going on in life, I really enjoy how I did this. Again, the first kind of 3 to 4 years, I'd call that the grind time, the hard time. That was building the business from $100 all the way to where it is now, kind of thing. And I don't know if I'd necessarily change anything. I think everything that happened in that time period needed to happen. Those lessons that you go through that you don't see as lessons, you need to learn those. And I think the longer you take to grow, I think the whole thing about business, getting it made fast, XYZ, I think it's overrated. don't think that way. Think long term. Get out of this quick mindset. Need it now. No, you don't. I think people need to really pay attention to how long can they go without getting paid to build their business, because I think the longer you can take to build something great, the harder it's going to be to take down, and you're just going to be that much better because you have that many more years of experience. You've invested this much more money into it than the other guy down the street, and you just have a lot solider business if you wait and take time and you build the right clients. You don't rush the process, and you really learn how to build those systems properly, I think so, and not just get the next best thing and just keep trying to do it that way. I definitely think the way this was all brought up has been great, because we did a study and we have over a 90% word of mouth business, and around 50 to 60% of our clients are all return clients. So we're building a very strong business model that really takes no money to continue, kind of thing. We're not spending money on marketing or anything like that. We have a strong core business model with good values. All right, so update now. We just got the cars moved around, and we got all the plastics cleaned up on this one, leathers. Got the 2 vacuums done. We're getting it ready for an extraction, getting all the stains kind of out of the carpets and everything. And then we got the Ford F-150 over here all prepped and ready for a paint correction. Got all of the trim masked off, as you can see. All of this, we're working on getting the rest of this all handled. Basically what we're doing here is just getting all that masked off so you don't get this issue that's been on the truck already before. That's from kind of the polisher kind of nicking that part, kind of turning it white. So that's kind of why we mask everything, to prevent all of that. So this guy's just going to be getting a paint correction. We're going to finish up that guy and then get to these wheels. So we're still on track, rocking out our Wednesday. Yeah, so future plans and goals, we're really looking just to be the best. I mean, it's gonna be the plan from kind of day one, is to be the best company, offer the best service, have the best customer care, everything under the sun that you think makes a good business. We're trying to figure all that stuff out to be obtainable. And then a lot of big goals, like thinking, so you make one big goal, you got to make a whole bunch of goals in between. I like to think that our in-between goals is, like getting a better shop, getting into a bigger location, it's more suitable for what we're kind of doing. And then also adding, maybe a mobile unit so we can go travel and do work like that. And then eventually get into like the nationwide portion of it, of possibly flying out to, like California, Texas, those kind of places, and work on really valuable cars and work on a few of them at a time and make it worth it to go out there and just offer, like I said, the greatest experience at a click of a button. Yeah, so in starting your own business, like I said, you need to take time. Don't expect this to be an overnight thing, a 1-year thing. You definitely could make it that way, but I would really plan thinking the long term. See how slow you can take it, and then going off of that, just really be like, you got to hold yourself accountable a lot in these little aspects of life, of doing the littlest things that go the longest way for yourself personally and for your clients and whatever you're going to try to be doing. And then also in the beginning, just realizing that you don't really have much value as a business. You're not established. You don't have many years in the industry. So I think a really valuable part of getting into your own industry is doing something for uber cheap, building your clients, learning the experience, get really good at it, and then you can start charging and building your business and take those steps of becoming more legitimate and kind of setting yourself up. As you can't charge a lot if you don't bring a lot of value, and you need to create that value to charge a lot. So that's kind of some things I'd really take away from that, is really looking and seeing if you're a valuable service and if you're adequately priced, and it could go over under. Maybe you're not charging enough and your quality is exponential. So yeah, that's a big part that I'd mess with. Just really taking the time and learning how to set those structures up will really go a long way. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. We're gonna finish up our day, get this truck finished up. You guys can follow us on our social medias: Facebook at Anthony's Automotive Detailing, Instagram at Anthony's Automotive Detailing, and we'll check you guys out on the next one.